Got me like a little... For those of you on history, the Romans used to eat and so on, laying on basically sofas similar to this. So I'm setting this up, and I'll put some food and stuff on here later. Again, you'll notice I am trying to match the lighting to match the room wall and everything. The same goes into here. This is the gentleman's smoking room, you know, where you sit and you sip your brandy and have your cigars, and you just discuss the different things as you have explored the dark continent. Dining. Singularity. I need smaller forks and spoons so I can do a proper setting here. I need some wine glasses, some water glasses, things like that, so we can have a proper proper table setting. Something to add to the construction venues. You'll notice I put in up here. I had a problem. That floor piece right there is connected to this table. However, it would not let me do it with one of the stone floors. Maybe I was just doing something wrong in time, but so all of those flooring, all of that is now connected to this, which is floated above this and off to one side. That table there. What that allowed me to do was, and I'm working on this area right now. I'm thinking about sealing this area off and making a bath. Making the ladies' bath. Again, I'm just using a simple floating stairs. And this would set up the bedroom. Then I laid in a second set of wooden floors above. Again, what I did is I attached those. I attached the flooring back over to here. You'll see it's slightly uneven. That's because of the spacing. I had to do a little overlapping. But then all of those, then I connected. I ran all of that. I connected it starting back here. I started connecting those and ran them that way. And to close that gap, I had to overlap those that way. What that does, though, is it allows me to have storage room. So now I've got a secondary storage room. I put up these so I didn't always keep walking down the stairs and falling off the stairs, the same as here. Then as we go in, I buttressed the house to the alchemist house. And this is the flooring where the two of them met each other. And I'm using this. This is actually the outside, would be the outside walls of those two buildings as they meet. And so I'm using this as sort of a small crafting area, if you will, showing off all my supposed crafting things. On this one, I did an overlay and put in the floor. So that gives me a second room up here. Then with the second room, what I did is I put in I use this sort of, consider this like a step ladder. And you got to get it just right. Oh, come on. There we go. And what this does is it allows me to come up and gives me little storage areas up here. You really got to watch where you put your furnishings and so on in this area. Otherwise it will block you off. And that's what I'm trying to work on right now. Because as you see currently, I'm having trouble getting up into these spaces. This is my center. And then over on the other one, I have up here I already have some other stuff stored, but with this stuff being in the way, I can't get up to it. And I've got to figure out some way to create an opening up here, because this is up here, this is part of the main construction. If they could give us a basic ladder, which like I could like just do a climbing ladder that would pull down, that would allow us to put something on a wall that would open up a space, that would be most helpful. Hint, hint. So I'm using those upper areas by using that stairwell to use it for storage. But I've got to work around this stuff here right now. So then down here, of course, these are placeholders. I will eventually, what I want to do is turn this into sort of a showroom using that motif right there. See here? That is, I didn't know. There we go. And so I'll be using that motif for this area and turn this into sort of a display reading. I'm starting to stack up books over here. And just like I've got all the books stacked in here. Basic same principle. And that's about it for now. The kitchen is still fairly bare. This is my holding room. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it right now. I may turn it into a pantry or something of that order. And then, of course, my little water. So that's it so far. Again, to all those people who put up their ideas and so on glitching and such, thank you very much. It's been helpful. I'm still learning, still new at this, and I highly suggest anyone that wants to learn how to do this stuff, go in, watch those YouTube videos. I'm not sure I want to put a section of stairs along here. I want to make a whole section of stairs that walks down, because when you get down to here, you can't get back up. That is the one problem with that. And I would like to make like a little fishing house here. Although it won't let you fish, I don't know why. There's plenty of water there. I do think it will let you fish over on this one. So I may change that. Cover that area back here totally to put extensions in. Just cover that entire section of water. cover that all the way back. Just cover it, and that would open up all of this for basic construction. And move my fishing house, extend this out over to here, and then move my fishing house over to here. So I can sit in front of my fishing house and fish. Yes. But this allows me, with this setup this way, it allows me to, I come in, I can just run down, collect up all my stuff, boom, 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 boom. Go to my barn if I need to, collect up my seeds, collect up my worms. I repair, I dump off anything that I need to, I put in my seeds. I'm running low on potatoes, so I put in a lot of potatoes this time around. Normally I mix my crops as usual. Then I can do my watering, put out my fertilizer, then come back and put anything in that I need to sell, and then I'm off and running again. It does not take that long to put down seeds and water. And it's just that simple. This one here is just buttressed. It's only buttressed up against the main building, but it makes it look like a solid building from the outside. You see here, it's just buttressed right up next to that building there. And that's about it so far. Nothing dramatic, overly spectacular. However, you know, if you're just first getting started, you want to start with the basics. Everybody wants to run out and start doing the glitching and everything else. And I'm just saying, start slow, build yourself up, and you will get there. Just don't rush it. The one thing I like about this game is there's no, you must come in and do your dailies, you must come in and do your weekly quest, you must take and do your dungeons. No, it's the one thing I like about this, it is a very low stress game. So enjoy, and moving along. Back later.